morning. Welcome back to the morning commute with Hopi living in the city. I hope everyone is well. It is Tuesday morning and we are sitting at 74 degrees already. It's pretty warm. So it's just a little after 5 and we are trucking with everybody headed probably close to work. So what's everyone doing today? What are your plans? Did you guys go anywhere for the 3-day weekend? Town and barbecued and relaxed. So I didn't make any breakfast or lunch, so I'm gonna have to pick something up somewhere. And I didn't have my coffee yet, so I'm kind of half awake, I guess. Let's see what's going on in traffic.
Eyes on education. Arizona healthcare students have many options for their education, but how do you get them to stay here after they graduate?
If we don't have doctors to stay here or medical school students to stay here, we're going to continue to have a shortage.
Arizona State Senator Karen Warner has sponsored 2 pieces of legislation that address the problem of keeping healthcare students in the state after graduation. The first bill was recently signed into law by Governor Hobbs, requiring Arizona universities to give medical school interviews to any Arizona resident that meets the requirements. Warner explains this doesn't allow for any shortcuts. It just gives local residents an extra boost.
They have to win the interview. They have to be able to earn that spot through the interview, but at least they got to see the table.
The second piece of legislation would expand Arizona's residency programs to encourage students to stay here after their schooling. Sherrod Hanser, KTAR News.
You can read and watch more at KTAR.com.
A new study shows exercise can actually help alleviate some of the side effects of cancer treatment. Dr. Madapa Kunandra with Banner MD Anderson Cancer Center explains one key thing from the study is the positive impact of, let's be clear, light exercise.
It can be strength training with bands. It can be a brief walk for about 20 to 30 minutes a day. It doesn't have to be lifting heavy weights or trying to run 5 miles a day.
He emphasizes that every patient should be working with their doctor to find the activity level they can safely engage in during their treatment. For more health stories, visit the health center at KTAR.com.
A warehouse in Phoenix has been declared safe after multiple hazmat responses.
Phoenix fire officials say hazmat crews were dispatched to a food warehouse around 3 a.m. Monday near Buckeye Road and South 43rd Avenue. A drum of around 55 gallons of oil had been reportedly punctured by an employee. Crews found the situation safe after surveying the area, though one person was treated for potentially inhaling toxic fumes. A second response to the same factory took place later after acid mixed with potentially harmful chemicals. That situation was also found to be non-hazardous. No other injuries were reported. Brandon King, KTAR News.
Coming up next, we're going to take you to the White House and we'll talk to ABC's Karen Travers about President Trump. Apparently, he's changed his mind on EU tariffs and on Russian President Vladimir Putin.
Very interesting. All right, let's check your traffic right now, though. Here's John Roller in the Valley Chevy Dealers Traffic Center.
All right, sun just getting ready to come up here in a few minutes and taking a look around the valley. As far as the main lines are concerned, only one spot is slowing, very normal this time of morning, just south of the stack, heading southbound on the I-17 into the Durango curve. Lots of commercial drivers getting their day underway. That is it for any of the slowing anywhere in the valley. Eastbound I-10 looking good. Just took a look at the westbound 60 through the Broadway curve. It's flowing smoothly. Same thing with the 202s. And right now, surface streets are quiet as well. Traffic is brought to you by HomeTap. Get access to your home equity in cash, get closer to financial freedom, and get more out of life. tonight. Visit HomeTap.com and fly in minutes. John Wilmer, KTAR News.
We're looking at partly cloudy skies with a high of 102 after what was an amazingly gorgeous weekend.
Yeah.
Such a lovely Memorial Day holiday weekend. An overnight low of 75 tonight and 103 and sunny tomorrow. Weather's brought to you by Howard Air and Plumbing. Weather replace or repair, call Howard Air and Plumbing.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to goodrx.com/GLP. That's goodrx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
For 70 years, we've been known as the Humane Society of the United States. But as the challenges animals face have grown, so have we. We are now called Humane World for Animals. And with you on our side, we are going to end animal cruelty around the globe. Humane World for Animals. The end of animal cruelty.
Are you ready to experience luxury that moves you? The 2025 Genesis GV80 blends sophistication, technology, and power into a stunning SUV that delivers lasting first impressions. Hi, it's Vince Morata. With precise handling, responsive power, and refined craftsmanship, the GV80 is engineered to make every drive feel effortless and rewarding. From its upscale interior to intuitive features, this SUV delivers a premium experience designed for those who expect more on city streets or weekend getaways. Now's your chance to lease or finance this striking SUV at Genesis of Scottsdale. Choose the offer that fits you best and discover just how far Genesis has come. Test drive the GV80 today and see why luxury starts here.
At Genesis of Scottsdale, most new vehicles include a protection package for $618. Lease a 2025 GV80 2.5T standard for $549 per month for 36 months with $5,129 due at signing. $0 security deposit, 7,500 miles per year. On approved credit through Genesis Motor Finance. 3.99% APR available on select models. Excludes tax, title, license, and $599 doc fee. Offers expire 6/2/25. See dealer for details.
It's a definition of a win-win situation. Getting your windshield repaired or replaced and getting a guarantee of up to 3 months.
That some would refuse to take part, others they're desperate and they would go get that food.
So before I let you go, can you briefly update us on ceasefire negotiations?
There does seem to be some movement toward a temporary ceasefire and a hostage deal. There's been a flurry of statements from Israel and Hamas yesterday and today. An Israeli negotiating team is expected to be in Cairo today, but it is too soon to be optimistic.
That is NPR's Daniel Estrin in Tel Aviv. Daniel, thank you.
You're welcome.
For more about the humanitarian situation in Gaza, we have Ahmed Bayram. He's a spokesperson for the Norwegian Refugee Council, which is delivering aid in Gaza. He joins us from Amman, Jordan. Ahmed, the last time we spoke to your organization a few weeks ago, you said that you were out of aid completely and that you just had water to give out. Is that still the case? Do you have any supplies to give right now?
Pretty much the same situation, of course, with the suffocating blockade that we are facing. The Norwegian Refugee Council has not managed to bring in any aid as of this morning, since of course the blockade was installed. Now we are running down our latest, our last stocks of shelter items and of baby items. We are still providing water, which is a critical lifeline at the moment, but the numbers are shrinking, and so we need the gates to open for aid to gush into Gaza so that we can help.
Now, we just heard about the U.S. and Israeli-backed Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. Have you or any of your team on the ground seen or heard about its operations this week?
No, we haven't. I mean, of course, there are some reports circulating on social media. We haven't heard or we haven't seen, mainly because, Israel has reportedly installed these distribution points very far from where it has displaced people. It's these points, 3 out of 4 of these distribution points are in Rafah. Rafah, by the way, is 100% off limits. It's a combat zone. It means it's a no-go area for civilians. So for Israel to actually place a distribution hub for aid, miles away from where it has obviously displaced people is a big question mark to start with. And of course, there are, all in the meantime, there are tons of food trucks waiting to move into Gaza. So I think what's happening is a big distraction. We should go back to looking at these aid trucks that aid organizations are waiting to offload for people who really need them in Gaza.
So not even a picture or a video of the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation?
I mean, there have been reported images of that organization or of trucks. I've seen some images today of a few people carrying boxes of apparently what is food support. It's not clear where exactly. It's not clear who these people are. Like I said, according to Israeli orders, you're not supposed to be in Rafah or anywhere near it at the moment. So it's not very clear, I have to say. Everything is murky at this point when it comes to this organization. And I think the wisest thing to do now is to reverse this plan and allow food to go to the heart of where these communities are, in the north of Gaza and in the center of Gaza.
But Israel's government says that this new way of delivering aid via the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation is necessary to stop supplies from getting in the hands of Hamas. So what would be wrong with that?
Well, it would be, not getting, probably this plan would not get aid to probably over 50% of the people at this stage, simply because it has no plans to offer aid to people north of Gaza. It has no plans to offer aid to where people actually are in displacement camps, in the center, in Rafah, in Khan Yunis, and in Gaza City. There are thousands and thousands of people. Baker is already there, and I have to say here that organizations provide aid in the midst of these refugee and displacement populations on a daily basis. We go to people and we offer that support. The plan, what is quite unrealistic about this, even dangerous, is that it will require people to walk miles, through landmines, through, being screened, obviously walking in probably the most dangerous routes to get a bag of bread and then go back. I mean, that is going to be, dangerous. So, yeah, again, we want this plan reversed.
Quickly, got 20 seconds. So what did you make of Jake Wood's resignation as the head of the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation?
I think it literally shows that the entire idea is a non-starter, really.
All right, that's Ahmed Bayram, spokesperson for the Norwegian Refugee Council. Ahmed, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
The European Space Agency will transmit a live performance of a classic piece of music into space later this week. NPR's Rebecca Hersher reports this is, in some ways, a fix to a decades-old omission.
In 1977, NASA launched a space probe called Voyager 1 and included a mixtape of humanity's greatest hits that could theoretically help extraterrestrial life understand us. Music and science journalist Timothy Ferris produced that mixtape and spoke to NPR in 2017.
We were gathering a representation of the music of the entire Earth. That's an incredible wealth of great stuff.
Ferris ended up including a wide variety of music, including a jazz performance by Louis Armstrong and a classical piece by Mozart. But another Austrian composer, Johann Strauss, didn't make the cut, even though his waltz, titled By the Beautiful Blue Danube, had recently become synonymous with space travel after it was featured in the film 2001: A Space Odyssey. In the movie, the swaying orchestral music plays as a spaceship docks with a space station, with the Earth in the background.
In 1977, humanity sent 27 of its greatest songs into space. The Blue Danube by Johann Strauss II was left behind on Earth. In 2025, Vienna has completed its escape.
That's That's from an advertisement produced by the Vienna Tourism Board to promote this week's broadcast.
John Roller. Well, there's not a whole lot to slow you down this morning as you get your work week underway after the long weekend. Only one spot of slowing south of the stack, southbound I-17, right through the Durango curve. That is it. Eastbound I-10 looking good right now, about 13 minutes on your right into downtown. And the East Valley, very quiet. Westbound 60 through the Broadway curve looking good. Same thing with the 202s, and I'm not showing anything as far as surface street crashes. Traffic is brought to you by Asset Preservation Wealth and Tax. Join Stuart Willis for the Asset Preservation Hour each week as he empowers and educates those in or near retirement. Sundays at 2 p.m. right here at KTAR. John Moore, KTAR News.
Partly cloudy skies with a high of 102 today. Should be 103 tomorrow. Staying in the 100s all the way through the end of the week. Your weather is brought to you by Howard Air and Plumbing. Whether replace or repair, call Howard Air and Plumbing.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like frames, because you found a classic 70s concert poster. But when you went to get it framed, you realized the frame will cost about 4 times the amount of the poster, which is actually absurd because no one will be looking at the frame, and if they are, then you severely overestimated how cool this poster is. But then you remember by switching your home and auto to Progressive, you could save hundreds and put it towards a classic 70s concert poster in an absurdly overpriced frame. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in states.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So, we had a huge new business pitch.
Attention, all hands on deck.
When, boom, our only printer was fried.
In smoke. What your chances of landing that account?
Well, I just sent the file to Staples. Devin, the print associate, was on it. She had it printed and bound same day.
So, where's the drama?
There wasn't any. Staples made it super easy.
Inconceivable. For the product, services, and experts you need, Staples.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. How can you free your team from time-consuming office tasks? Amazon Business. Smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast so they can focus on strategy and growth. Free up your team and focus on your future. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply. Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off since I turned 40. I just don't get the results I used to get. Could be lower testosterone. Lower age, yeah. I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me. I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real? Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Testosterone, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean. And it's made a difference for me. Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom. Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try for themselves? Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text equal to 321321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermal, our most powerful fat incinerator ever to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text EQUAL to 321321. That's equal to 321321.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we don't say 2 birds with 1 stone. We say 2 damages with 1 deductible. With us, if your home and auto were both damaged in 1 storm, you only pay 1 deductible. And we should probably stop using stones for that sort of thing anyway. Talk to a Farm Bureau Financial Services agent about our 1 deductible advantage at fbfs.com/protect. It's your future. Let's protect it. Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Hi, Chris Merrill. Hope you're able to take a moment to remember the fallen this Memorial Day weekend and pay tribute. I know I couldn't be more thankful for the rights that I have and the sacrifices that they made. Now join us in exercising your right to speak freely this afternoon, starting at 2 on the Chris and Joe Show.
It is 5:23 now in Arizona's Morning News. I'm Jim Sharp along with LaDonna Harvey, and we were just talking with ABC News White House correspondent Karen Travers about President Trump's changing attitude towards Russia's President Vladimir Putin, and it's probably because of this. Ukrainian officials say that Russia launched its largest single attack of the war on Sunday morning, killing 12 people and injuring dozens more. Here's ABC News foreign correspondent Tom Sophie Burridge.
If Russia can keep degrading Ukraine's stocks of weaponry, its weapon production sites, sites where there are soldiers, command and control centers, that is the whole apparatus by which Ukraine is running its war and defending its country. And if Russia continues to successfully attack those types of assets, then it could have a much more significant advantage on the battlefield.
Ukrainian officials saying they counted 367 drones and missiles
not shave today. Like
Did Madonna hit him? Or no? Was there anchor on anchor violence?
That's never happened on camera. You can watch and listen to our show and catch exclusive interviews and the latest reaction to breaking news. So be sure to subscribe to the KTAR News YouTube channel today.
Now let's take a look at those roads as you head back into work on this Tuesday with John Roller live in the Valley Chevy Dealers Traffic Center.
Well, thank you very much. The road's looking very good right now. We are just coming back off the weekend, and the roads are flowing smoothly right now. Only one spot is slowing. Southbound I-17 just south of the stack through the area. We're very good. This time, I get nothing really to hold you back. You are right on time. Same thing with the eastbound I-10. Just took a look at the north stack coming southbound on the 17 transit. Eastbound 101 in northbound of the Beaver Freeway. And right now, surface trains are quiet. Traffic is brought to you by your Valley Toyota dealers. Toyota Summer Starts Here National Sales Event. It's going on right now. Choose from the best-selling Toyotas like Camry, 4Runner, RAV4, Tacoma, and much more. Visit your Valley Toyota dealers today. John Over, KTAR News.
All right, the Hundies are back and likely to stick around for a while. I'm talking about temperatures in the 100-degree mark and above. 102 for today, 103 tomorrow. Could be as hot as 106 by Friday. Look for overnight lows in the 70s. Your weather's brought to you by Howard Air and Plumbing. Whether replace or repair, call Howard Air and Plumbing.
Coming up on Arizona's Morning News at 5:30, 401ks looking a little brighter today as we take a tariff breather.
Another tariff breather.
Yes.
Right now, let's check in with Mr. Relnez. He's at the Parker & Sons Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical Sports Desk.
The Diamondbacks got back in the win column last night, a 5-0 win over the Pirates junior year.
Newport Lala's spelling bee win in 1999 was captured in a documentary, Spellbound.
Logorrhea. Logorrhea.
That is correct. That means something that you are never guilty of, A. That means excessive or incoherent wordiness or talkativeness.
Lala says learning words helped her become a neuro-oncologist.
Spelling bees were good prep in many ways, in that I learned to absorb a lot of information quickly and also spell a lot of very long words. For some reason in this field, there seem to be multiple conditions with polysyllabic names. So I say that I got a head start.
And exciting news, she's getting married next month.
We're going to have spelling bee friends at the wedding. Like, this is something that really stayed with me through my life and all that it gave. Like, I stayed friends with kids I did spelling bees with.
As for their vows,
there will be a spelling component in which the groom will have to spell to one his bride. So yes, the spelling bee does just keep rearing its head in my life, but I think now in very fun ways.
And Lala's fiance has been preparing.
He's an excellent speller, believe it or not. Not that that was a criterion for like marriage or anything, but it is nice. But he's like, oh my gosh, he's like, I never thought about what it felt like to spell in front of so many people.
It's hard enough to be married, much less spell to get married. John Paula won the 50th National Spelling Bee in 1977.
The word was canvassed. Fortunately for me, it was a phonetic spelling, C-A-M-B-I-S-T.
Definition: one who deals in bills of exchange. And other than having a family, winning the bee is one of his proudest moments.
I mean, I went to vet school and I became a veterinarian, and that's super awesome, and it's been a great career, but I still feel like the spelling bee was so unique that it'll always be the most special thing to me.
We'll find out this year's Scripps National Spelling Bee champion and their winning word later this week. This is NPR NEWS News.
And you're listening to Morning Edition right here on KJZZ, the perfect mix of BBC, NPR, and KJZZ News. Thanks for joining us today. A lawsuit alleging sex crimes and abuse that went on for a decade has put a spotlight on a state-licensed behavioral health facility for girls. More than half of the current residents are in a program for victims of sex trafficking.
This might be the first connection that they've had with an adult that's worked, or the first trust that they've built with an adult figure that they feel safe.
A tour of Mingus Mountain Youth Treatment Center is at 5:45 on KJZZ's Morning Edition.
Use your unwanted vehicle to support the local news you rely on, like
Your net worth is over $75,000 in Arizona. The safest way to protect your assets and the people you love is with a living trust. You deserve peace of mind, just like I have. If you're 60 or over, you can save 65% on a living trust with RJP Estate Planning.
Call 480-896-9597 by May 29th to save 65.
Hello, you guys open? Guess not. So we'll go down the street to the McDonald's. I never knew there was a Barnes and Noble right there. I thought it was just that fishing store or something. Interesting. Gotta see this little smart card. Check it out. Oh man, that is great. Oh, let's see if I can make the turn. There we go.
Hello. Thank you for choosing McDonald's. Are you going to be using a mobile app today?
I will not, thank you.
What can I get for you?
A number 4 with a coffee, please.
What size coffee?
Medium.
Number 4 with a medium coffee. Any cream or sugar?
No, thanks. Just plain.
803, last window.
Here it is. In all its glory. It's too funny. Yep.
Alright, sausage and biscuit, 1/2 pound, 1 coffee.
All right. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Welcome
Thank
to
you.
the honors. Are you going to be using a
Actually, it was nice having the windows down. So, that'll conclude this morning's trip. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sharing, liking, and subscribing. Have a great day.